Raise your hand, Todd. Yeah, Todd owns apartment buildings.
I'm just trying to be like Ramon, so y'all in the right seats. I was in the seats a few years back. That's all I care to do is follow the leadership.
But this other young man, he was in real estate, but I started seeing him on he was very positive. Anyway, I started seeing him do video. Right? You know, in the morning, I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, y'all day. But I listened to one of his videos one day, and it was like, wow, I felt something. And so then I started looking every day, started looking for him. And then I called him and said, what you doing? And I seen his brand, and he said, this is what I'm doing. And so the past, what has it been, a year and a half?
Yeah, about a year and a half.
He's been pushing. I won't tell a story. I'm gonna let him come up and do some talking. You guys read the screen. I don't have to read that to y'all. You go out today. Y'all got your notebooks? They don't do it over there, huh? Y'all like, we can be with them. Well, I want to introduce Mr. Isiah Fowler Starts with a Vision. That's his name. Come on up, man. Thank you.
Is everybody up?
Yeah. All right, first off, I have a question.
Who wants $20?
Me.
Who wants $20? See, that's the thing right there.
I'll pay out the $20.
That's the thing. That's what I learned, right? Take action. You cannot sit here and wait around. If you want something, you gotta go after it. You should be jumping out that seat because you just missed out on $20. That's the first lesson I've ever learned in real estate is take action. So you guys are probably like, who is this dude, right? Who's this little guy wearing a sweater? My name is Isiah, right? And I moved to Atlanta in 2014. April 1st, 2014, no April Fools. I'll never forget that day. And before that, I was in the military. I was slaving, 12 hours a day, 8 hours a day. And I remember vividly, I used to sit at this gate in the snow. I was in Germany. I used to sit at a gate, and I used to let these cars go by, and I would get a card, I would scan it, and I would let it go through, day after day. And I started asking myself, this cannot be what I want to do with my life. I know for a fact that I can use my mind way more than what I'm doing right now. So I started thinking, I started reading books a lot, and I just started saying, I know what I'm going to do with my life. It may take 5 years, it may take 10 years. So then, time went on, and the military was downsizing. I was in the Air Force. The military was downsizing. And after that, I took my window of opportunity. And so I just volunteered to get out early. And I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie and say I wasn't nervous. I was nervous because I was in there for 5 years. So you go from doing something stable to going in this free world, and you like, I don't know how to make it. I knew I was gonna make it. I didn't know how. But it's not up for you guys to know that how. You just have to know that you want it, and you have to know that you really want it so bad. You have to be dying for it. You have to want it like your car is out and it's the winter time and it's snowing and you have no heat and you just want that heat, right? You have to want it. So I wanted it. So I volunteered and I got out. And then April 1st I moved out here. And I want to tell you guys a story because there's a lot of people scared to start real estate. There's a lot of people scared to do real estate. And I understand why, but we're going to dispel all those myths today because you're not in this seat for no reason. So I moved out here, and I started hitting the ground running. I started going to all these different seminars. I started networking. That's how I met Todd. That's how I met Ramon. I was fearless, started networking, just meeting all type of people. My phone was blowing up. I was excited. And this is the journey. I'm like, this is the journey of entrepreneurship. And then about 6 months later, me and Todd, we got a house under contract in Kirkwood. And I'm excited. I'm like, we're going to do a pop top. It's my first rehab. I had never done a deal, but I didn't care. Because I knew that I wanted to be rich. I wanted to be wealthy. Don't be scared to make money. Do not be scared to make money. Because if you're scared to make money, you're going to be scared to spend money. And if you're scared to spend money, then how is it ever going to come back to you? This is real. So we got a house under contract. And we put it on the contract, and we're going to we're going through all the processes, contractor going to get the bid and all that good stuff. And then we found out something is wrong with the property. And we don't know what's going on. So we put earnest money up, and it was supposed to be a JP. Man, time is going on, and it's so much vagueness. We like, what's going on? Why can't we close on this? The lender's saying this, the owner is saying this, the wholesaler is saying this. 2 months goes by. We still didn't close on it. And I'm frustrated at this point. And he's frustrated, and we're just talking like, man, like, is this ever gonna happen? So then we have to get the contract extended because the lender won't close on it. And then I remember the day before we were supposed to close on it, the lender said we can't lend on it. I don't know how it even got that far without the lender saying something. So then, that night, I was pissed off. I lost about, it was like $1,800 from earnest money and then the extension. I'm pissed off, like, man, this is ridiculous. But this is real estate. This is the journey. So you have to understand that if you want to really make it, if you want to really make money in real estate, you're going to lose money. And if you're not willing to lose money, you're never going to make money. Ever. So be willing to lose $50,000 right now. If you're not willing to lose that and bounce back, then you're not ready for this. Because this is real. This will change your life if you let it. So that night, I'm pissed off. I get on Craigslist. And I'm like, man, I'm going to find a deal tonight. So I sat on Craigslist for about 2 hours, looking, link by link, link by link, link by link. And I saw this one house. It was in Stone Mountain, 1,200 square feet, 3873 Wood Path Drive. Go drive by it if you don't believe me. And I called the guy, and he's like, what's going on? He was real friendly. So we started talking. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we started talking. He's like, I have this house, and I'm gonna sell it for $36,000. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's meet up in the morning. He said, what time? I said, you tell me. He said, 9 o'clock. I said, I'll be there at 8:58 a.m. Because I want this house. I want this deal. I want to buy, fix, and flip real estate. I will be there. He said, okay, cool. So we go, and I meet him up. He's in this little minivan. Little small guy. He's cool. We walking through the house. And it's crazy because when you want to fix and flip, you walking into this ugly, dilapidated property, and you have to have the vision to be able to see something so beautiful in an ugly situation. But that's life. In life, you have bad situations that happen to you all the time. But you have to be able to see the beauty in it so you can get to that part. So, got the house under contract, hit up my hard money lender, boom. We closed about 8 to 10 days later. It was like effortless. I was like, man, I bought it. December 8th, we closed on it. And then the next day, we were supposed to start work. And so I got a contractor. He was a reference. And it's funny because you get a reference from somebody that you trust, or you think they know that this person is good, but you don't always know. So I tried the guy out. My first flip ever. I don't know what a successful flip looks like. And so with that being said, it's gonna be things that's gonna happen. It's gonna make it hard for you to smile, right? It's gonna be some things that's gonna happen, and it's gonna be annoying, it's gonna piss you off, but are you gonna give up or are you gonna keep going? That's it. And you say that, but when it happens, it's gonna be hard for you to keep going. It's gonna be hard, it's gonna be painful. And so the contractor, he told me, he said, we could do this before Christmas. So it was December 8th when we closed the house. He said we could finish the whole house before Christmas. So that gives me, 2.5, 3 weeks? I said, cool, let's go. I'm young, I'm excited, I'm green. He could see the green on me. And that's another thing. If you just starting out, don't let people know that you're brand new, because they will take advantage of you so much. They will take advantage of you so much. So we start working. He's a general contractor, and the contractor working is one guy. I didn't know that it wasn't supposed to be one guy. I didn't know it was supposed to be a team. The general contractor, he was never there. That was a red flag right there. The general contractor is supposed to be on site. The general contractor is wearing Jordans. What general contractor wears Jordans? It's not supposed to be like that. And so time goes on, and I finally start to catch on a little bit, but not all the way. and it's not going as fast, and fast forward to 6 weeks later. A 1,200 square foot home, if you haven't done a rehab, a 1,200 square foot home should take about 7 to 10 days, max. Max. And so I started getting pissed off and frustrated. So about at week 5, went to the house, put my foot down, and I started learning that you can't let people take advantage of you. You can't be scared to take reign and take authority of your business. This is your business. If you want to flip properties, it's your business. If you're going from employee to wherever you're at to where you want to be, you have to understand that gap is ownership. You own this. And if you don't take advantage of the ownership and saying, this is mine, what's going to happen is people are going to be walking over you for the next 10 to 20 years of your life. And you don't want that. So I put my foot down. I'm over there, made sure he was there, made sure I was even working on some stuff. Unfortunately, that's not how it should be, but I was in the beginning phases. So then, finally, it's fixed up. All the electrical was good. We had to call another guy to do that. Just money going and going and going. And then I'm like, man, finally, it's on the market. And in real estate and life, you have phases. When I bought the property, I was like, oh, I made it. No, that's the beginning of another journey, right? So you're looking for a house. That's a journey. You get a house under contract. It's a journey to even get to the closing table. And then when you get to the closing table to purchase, you have to fix it without anything going haywire. And then when you fix it, now you're going to list it. That's another journey. It's like 5 different small journeys within this big process of buying, fixing, and flipping. That's why it's buy, you fix, and you flip. Those are different subsets within this big thing, and I didn't understand that. So I'm thinking that, oh, it's going to be smooth, it's going to be this whole thing that's in unison. No. So you have to understand that you have to be patient. You have to understand the process, and you have to enjoy the process. And so, boom, the house is finally done, it's getting fixed. And realtor, she listed in a week, in 2 weeks, it's under contract. I was excited. I didn't realize it's another process. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. These buyers, they want the house to be immaculate. $85,000. Come on. What you gonna get for $85,000? You're not gonna get no Kirkwood 2-story. No. Y'all need to be happy with what you got. That was my mindset. Let me just get this money. Right? But it's not about money. It's about putting some quality out there that a family is gonna move into and say, this is the house for my family. And I didn't understand that. I just wanted money. And it's not all about the money. But money is good. And it got under contract. And we finally were about to get to the closing table. And then my realtor says, hey, we have to wait. It's postponed for another week and a half. This is ridiculous. And I'm going to tell you why it was ridiculous. I didn't have money. All my cash was into this house. And I thought that the closing date was set. Nothing in entrepreneurship is guaranteed. It's not going to be Monday through Friday, 8 till 4. Nothing is set in stone. A deal will fall through 30 minutes before you're supposed to get a check. I've gotten a check, and the day after, they said we might need you to bring this check back. This stuff is crazy. I'm so serious. If I'm lying, I'm flying. And so, my realtor tells me that, I'm like, man, I don't know how I'm about to eat for the next 7 days. I promise you, this is real. And then, she calls me later on that day. She says, Isiah. I said, yeah, what's up? She said, meet me at the house. I said, all right, I'm scared. I'm like, man, what you got for me? I'm like, I'm already beat up, I'm exhausted. And then she says, meet at the house. And she says, you ready to close tomorrow? And my heart like dropped, like out of my soul. Like it was right there, and I was right there. I was so happy and relieved. So I'm like, yeah, right, we can close tomorrow. Let's go. And so, got to the closing table, signed the documents. It was the best feeling ever because I had finally saw something through. And not only that, I got a check for $28,840.34. And it's not the fact that I made $28,000. It's the fact that for the past 4 years, I was working 12 hours a day for $24,000 a year. I want you guys to know is, it's the easier way. You don't have to be working 8, 10 hours a day. I made an annual income in one transaction. That changed my life. That changed the way I was thinking. That changed my demeanor. That changed everything about Isiah. Everything. And it will for you too. Because there's a transition phase between when you work in corporate, whatever, a structured situation, and you go from here, there's this middle gap about a lot of different things, but when we're talking about money, you get a check every 2 weeks. You don't care what goes on. You can take off. It ain't no taking off in entrepreneurship. I'm talking on Friday night, you need to be reading a book. On Saturday night, you need to be on YouTube figuring stuff out. You need to be setting up your business structure on the weekends. This is Sunday morning. I'm glad y'all are here. This is entrepreneurship. This is what it's about. This ain't no game. Because if you want to really build wealth, make money, make 6 figures, get out of your job, you're going to make a whole lot of sacrifices. Them sacrifices are not going to feel good. But it's short term. It's short-term feeling for a long-term gain. It don't matter what your age is. It don't matter any of that. You can do this. And so I have a question for you guys. People who have kids, who has kids, right? All right, cool. And if you don't have kids, just think about this real quick. Who wants to see that their kid succeeding if they're playing sports? Who wants to see them on the court or on the field star, right? Who wants to see their kids doing good in the sports? Who wants to see them on the bench? Okay, now let me ask you this. How many of you think that your kids want to see you on the bench in life? Nobody, right? So it's time to get in the game. It don't matter if it's real estate, entrepreneurship, those are one and the same, but whatever it is, you have to take ownership of your own life. You have to take ownership of what it is that you want to do in life. If you want to buy, fix, and flip, then you need to buy, fix, and flip. Don't worry about what's going on over there. Don't worry about this person just made $10,000. Focus on what you want to do. So can I get 2 people who have done a transaction? 1, 2. 1, 2. 2 people. And 2 people who have never been brand new real estate. 1, 2. Real quick. Because I want to illustrate something for you guys. So what's your name? Nisha? Okay, what's your name? Valencia. All right. What is one of your fears that has stopped you from getting real estate?
Yeah, about 7 fears.
Just one of them too.
I think what you said, just fear of not knowing, what to do or being taken advantage of.
Okay. What about
That was
okay. So fear of networking. Okay. Now have you ever ran into somebody who you felt was trying to take advantage of you or whatever? What did you do?
Well, actually, I've been doing real estate for a little while, and one of the situations I ran into where a contractor actually was trying to get some money down, and those kind of things. And in the beginning, I didn't really understand how that part worked.
Right.
And so I gave him a little money. I gave him like $500, and he was trying to get more money. I told him he had
right? So this is what I want to do. I want to bridge the gap for you. The only difference between here and here is adjustments. That's it. If you take action, right? Take action. You come, and then something happened to them. It was probably like right here. They weren't over there yet. They were right here. They were in the moment. They adjusted after they took those rough draft moves. After they said, I want to come with me, come with me. I want to be a real estate investor, right? I want to do this. Oh shoot, somebody just tried to get me for $1,000. You ain't getting that. You chill out, you know, I'm moving. Boom, right? I'm gonna go get a new contractor. She gets a new contractor. Now they treat her good. Now she can keep rolling. She can keep rolling, right? And then boom, something happens. She's selling the house. It's on the market. And then once it's on the market, they need something fixed, and she doesn't have the money. Well, tell them that take it out of my check. Okay, cool. Now we moving. She sees it all the way through. Now she just successfully bought, fixed, and flipped her property. That's how you're gonna get to the next level. That's how you're gonna get on the other side. Is when you go, you take action no matter what, no matter how it feels, no matter how scared you are, and you go and you keep going, and you just make adjustments on the fly. That's all you have to do. Ask any entrepreneur. Thank you. But ask any entrepreneur. Ask anybody in the world, did they know everything that was going to happen to them when they started their business? Nobody knows. If I knew what was going to happen to me before I started this in 2014, I'd be terrified. I'm not even going to lie. It's best that you don't know what's going to happen. I'm so serious. It is best that you do not know what's going to happen to you. Because if you did, we probably would have maybe one investor here right now. Because it's real. You're going to lose money, whether it be 100 or 500 or 5,000, you're going to lose some money. If you're not ready for that, then you may just need to, chill out and keep getting your mind right first, because the mental is where it starts, and then your physical follows. You can think your way into any situation, but you can also think your way out of any situation. But it's all mental. If your mind is right, everything else is going to follow. So I need 4 more people real quick. I want to demonstrate one more thing, because this is really important. 4 more people real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, let's go. What's your name? Sherrod. What we got? What's your name? April. Ben? Daniel. Okay, cool. All right. This is what I've learned about real estate. 4 people. It's 4 types of people in this game of life. We got the sprinter. The sprinter is, they just start super fast. They take off, right? And then they missed out on like 3 opportunities because they were so busy just moving so fast. That's the sprinter. And then we have this person right here. This person right here is the distractor, the distracted person. They going, they see somebody fast, oh, go try that. See somebody else, oh, you started this, let me go do this, right? And then they get here, and then they go back, oh yeah, I forgot I wanted to try this, right? But they think they started, but they really going here, but they're going back, and then they're going in circles, and now it's kind of like, what are you doing? They still right there, right? You got this person. This is the marathon runner. This person said, yo, I understand this is a 30-year game, a 100-year game, a legacy game, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start at a pace, and I'm gonna fill it out as I'm going, as I'm still going, right? And as time goes on, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna start seeing it with a more experienced eye and a more experienced lens. And then I'm gonna be able to make better decisions because I saw the mistakes that everybody I started with made. This is like a high school graduating class right here. It's gonna be people that you start with, and then it's gonna be people that fall off a year from now, 6 months from now. It's gonna be people that was talking about real estate, investing, and buying properties, but what's gonna happen is they didn't really want to invest. It just sounded good. It sounded a great talk. Real estate is sexy. Cool, I got it. Right. And the last person, this person right here. Can you take a couple steps back on me? This person right here, that's all they do. That's it. They sit back and they watch everybody make money. They watch everybody make mistakes, and that's it. They just watch, spectate. But they always got something to say. Always. They always have something to say about how you doing what you doing, about how they need to start. The person watching this what they're gonna say. They're gonna say, man, why you move so slow? He know he running a marathon. The person gonna say to this person, why are you focusing on so many things? You need to calm down. And he gonna say to this person, why are you moving so fast? And then you start to think like, yo, what you done? Right? These are the type of people that you're gonna see in real estate, entrepreneurship, and life. These are the type of people.
Question. Are these three people with their different approaches? Are they going to be successful?
Every approach has its own success level, right? So, I mean, me personally, this person, that's the wealthiest, the highest. But this person may success in 3 months. But then that 3 months was like one little small, let's say a $1,500 wholesale deal, right? And then like they gonna start this MLM, and that's it. That's that person. The sprinter, they may have sprinted so fast, they missed out on $800,000, and then they finally make $50,000, and now they turn into the marathon runner because they start to learn how to pace themselves and how to train themselves. So each person has its own place, but I'm gonna tell you, me personally, I started as a sprinter. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say I was this person from jump. No, I wasn't, because I was young. I wanted money. I wanted to make it. So I started sprinting. I bumped my head. I got burned by $10,000, $15,000 and all type of crazy stuff. But I turned into this person, and I understood how important patience was. I understood how important patience was. So thank you. That's what I wanted to say. So does that make sense? And I just really want to show you guys that this real estate thing, this entrepreneurship thing, this business thing, this is real. And when I say real, I don't mean no fluffy stuff. I don't mean no it sounds good. This is real. And when I say it will change your life, you will be able to go send your kids to college in cash. If you do it and take a legacy approach, you will be able to quit your job. You will be able to do for others. You won't be scared to give. This is real. When I say it's real, I mean that in the deepest way possible. Every single person inside of this, sitting in this seat, in this room, in this cold ass room, because it's cold. I'm still, my hands cold, right? But it's real. There's no, go ahead.
Wait, I was going to go ahead and finish your thought. I'll ask you a question.
Okay, there's no coincidence that you sit here on a Sunday morning at 8:35 a.m. There's no coincidence. If you didn't want it, you wouldn't be here. But the key thing to remember is it's okay to want it, but you gotta work for it. You gotta work for it, and not just one time either. You gotta work for it day in, day out. When you don't feel like it, when you do feel like it. You gotta work for it every hour. You have to be obsessed with it. If you're not upset, if people ain't saying that you tripping, you don't want it. It sounds great to want it because you know that you're a little bit different. So it's cool to say, oh yeah, I want to be an investor to your friends and stuff, right? But a lot of people, it stops there. They want to be an investor, but they don't want to go look at 4 houses and get stung by mosquitoes, and then hop in these houses with the boards on the windows and stuff. They don't want to do all that. They don't want to see all the black widows and seeing all the spider web and stuff. I'm scared of people. They don't want to see that, right? But they want to talk it. And a lot of people, they like what it sounds like, but they don't like what it feels like. They don't like the grind. They don't like the waking up at 6 in the morning to beat somebody to a house or whatever the case is. They don't like that. There's so many days that you may go to a networking event at 7 p.m. You may not get home till 12. But there's so many people that's gonna leave at 7:30 because, yo, I gotta go get some sleep. Nah, or something else. You gotta be all in. You gotta dedicate your whole soul. I'm talking about the inside of who you are. You have to dedicate that to this if you want to see the results. If you want to see the checks, if you want to see the influence, the status, whatever it is, you have to dedicate your soul. Not just saying I want to, no, you need to dedicate your soul to this right here, and you will make it. So what was the question you had?
You mentioned earlier knowledge, and so what books, you said you were reading books. What were you reading? Anything you can suggest it for books?
A million of them, absolutely. But yeah, a good starting point is Think and Grow Rich.
Okay.
It's amazing book, Napoleon Hill. Everybody almost knows about it. Think and Grow Rich is an amazing book. Another book that I would recommend, I started reading not too long ago. It's called Relentless. It's by Tim Grover, and the book is about. The author is Michael Jordan's, his trainer. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, some of the most elite performers in the world. And he talks about the mindset that they had, how they were so great. Because if you haven't noticed, Kobe Bryant was so fierce and tenacious. And it's like, yo, why did he rupture his Achilles? Still was able to walk to the free throw line and knock out the shots. Because it was his mind. And you'll never be really, really, really great until you have something in your mind that says, yo, I refuse to ever give up. I refuse to ever give up. So that's a really good book as well. Does anybody else have any questions before I start?
You said on the first deal when you lost money, you said the lender couldn't lend on it. Why?
No. It was some stuff going on with the house. And then it was about the house was right by a main street and they may not be able to lend on it because the ARV was too low and all of that. It was a whole bunch of it.
So you didn't do like the numbers right?
No, we did the numbers right, but it was because of where the house was at. It was a corner house and it was right off of Memorial. And so it was just real funny. And it was across the street from a school that was closed down. And then there was a funeral home right next to the school. So it was real funny.
Just bad location.
Yeah.
Talking about money. You said don't be afraid to lose money. Of course, I don't think anybody in here really feels good about losing money and wants to lose money. That's a fear, of course. So you take your seed money. You can't lose so much money that you lose completely your seed money. Take yourself out of the game, right?
Absolutely.
So how do you best manage that?
Well,
I guess that's a fear that people may have.
absolutely. What I would say is, first off, get your living situation taken care of, because if you can't prioritize your bills first off. Like, I'll tell you, my most important bill is my cell phone and rent, right? Rent, mortgage, whatever. Living and cell phone. If you can't contact nobody, you ain't making no money. If you have a dead phone and you're not a business person, I don't care what you say. If you can't call me back in 2 hours, I don't want to do business with you. Because you're not real. How you say you're an investor or you a businessman, but I can't get in contact with you. So my cell phone bill and rent and mortgage, two most important bills. If you have credit cards and you in a real tight bind, man, them credit card companies, multi-million-dollar companies, they wait. That's how I feel. That's what I've been through and that's what I know to be true. But I would say get your living situation in order first, and allocation is that's the best kept secret. Allocation, what do I mean by allocation? Allocate your funds. If you put $3,000 away in your real estate account for earnest money and stuff, if you have that in that account, then you know for a fact that if that money is gone, your bills aren't hurting, right? If you have money in the education fund and it's $1,000 and some course or some seminar comes up, you could pay $400 from that account and you won't be hurting from this account. So the best way to manage your money will be to allocate all your money for all your different necessities, and then after that, I think that your life will be so much calmer. Your life will be so much better and less stressful, because real estate can be stressful. I'm talking about the faint. Real estate can, and I say can, not saying that it will, but it can be one of the most stressful things ever. Deadlines, houses, trying to refinance from a flip. You put all this money into this deal, and now you don't know if it's gonna sell because the numbers is fun. There's so much stuff that can happen. It can be stressful, but if you allow your problems to exceed your mindset, then you lost. The best way to handle that is you need to know that problems are going to happen. Problems are going to happen every single day you wake up. You may wake up to a text and be like, oh my goodness. But problems are going to happen, but the best way to get over those problems is know that it's going to happen, but that can't stop you. You got to Heisman in problems, right? You got to keep going. You got to keep going. Because it's going to happen day in, day out. It may not happen for a week. You may have a month where everything is going good. But best believe something is going to happen. It's going to try to slow you up and slow you down, but you can't let it stop you. So keep your mindset above those problems, and those problems will always seem so minute. And I think the best way to do that is stay thankful for everything that you have. If you are grateful and you always showing thanks to people that you interact with and your family, and just telling the Most High, thank you for being alive, thank you for having 2 legs and 2 arms. If you're thankful for that stuff, the misery and poverty mindset and thinking it can't live in a grateful state. So that's what I would say to that, and that's my time, so thank you.